On Monday, the Secretary of State's two predecessors, 11 other former Cabinet Ministers and the chair of the 1922 committee wrote to the Prime Minister urging her, and I quote, to reject a customs union solution with Labour. Clearly many Cabinet Ministers agree with them. Does he?
Well, I've been clear throughout that we have an approach which I think is the best way forward. There are conflicting views in all the parties that are, as he well knows, on his own front bench. We are discussing this with the bench opposite in order to try and seek a way forward on behalf of the House which will allow us to deliver on the referendum result. My position, if you ask about my personal position, has always been clear, which is we made a manifesto commitment in terms of the single market and customs union, and that was clear in the manifesto. But we are trying to look at how we deliver on the referendum result, and I think, as my opposite number would say, those discussions are ongoing.
Longfield.
I guess that might have come close to a suggestion that he does agree with those who are opposing his Prime Minister's position. But this is, after all, the Secretary of State who voted with those two predecessors against his own government's proposal on extending Article 50, even after he had recommended it to the House. So I think we do deserve some clarity on these issues. The authors of Monday's letter also said of any agreement that is reached, quote, no leader can bind his or her successor, so the deal would likely be, at best, temporary, at worst, illusory. Does he agree with that?
Mr. Smith, it is not a revelation to this House that I supported leaving in the referendum, that I still support leaving, that I have voted consistently on every occasion to leave, that I have voted against extending, and I have stood by the manifesto on which I was elected. The question for the benches opposite is why they repeatedly, at every opportunity, refuse to stand by the manifesto commitment. Why is it they will not honour their promises that they gave to the electorate? So yes, I do support leaving. I support leaving with a deal. I've made clear that if we don't leave with a deal, then of the two alternative options, I would leave with no deal. My position has been consistent. Why hasn't theirs?